So this is team meeting Wednesday, August 19th, 2020, creating magic in August. Any wizards? Do I have any wizards here? Any magic? Any magicians? No? Oh, Teresa, is that a wand? Oh, I thought of everyone, I thought Teresa would have a wand. Oh, she did. Look at the magic.
No. No.
She totally just pulled out an iguana of some sort out of her armpit. Did you see that? She pulled it right out of her armpit. That was great. Does anybody else have a magic trick for us as we're creating magic? Oh, Anthony Marino, that's it. He's making chocolate disappear. Dude, that was so good.
It's so good.
That was good. He just made chocolate disappear. That was impressive. All right, everyone. Well, welcome to the team meeting. I appreciate all of you giving me your time tonight. We have a great agenda. It only took me about 4 hours to prepare tonight's event, so hopefully you get some value from it. I want to start off with just kind of letting you know something. Let me let you in on a little something here. Success, we know that success is nothing more than a few simple daily disciplines. Now, I want to let you in on something here because if I'm you, I'm feeling something. I'm feeling like, why the hell is my coach sending me the same damn copy-paste text message every single day and making me respond to this every single day? Like, why do we do this? Why am I constantly getting bombarded with a copy-paste text template every day? Why do they need to know these numbers every day? Why? Why is that taking place? Because of this. Because success is nothing more than a few disciplines practiced daily. If you're in a business that has to do with measuring your results, if you're not on top of measuring your results, you won't be able to figure out if you're making any gains. So I actually just went to the gym for the first time today since COVID, since quarantine. The trainer, he texted me. He said, we're taking temperature before we come in. We're taking safety precautions, this and that. I was like, all right, I'll go in. And I've been going to the gym. I've been doing my workouts. I started in January and I've been doing my routines and everything. And I have all my workouts tracked. So one of the workouts today was a workout that I did back in like February. And then I did it again today. And it showed me how many reps and how much weight I did back in February. So what did I do? I went to that exact same weight to try to do that same rep. And to my pleasant surprise, I was able to crush it. Like it was easy. I was able, like one of it was assisted dips. And in February, assisted dips, I put on 80 extra pounds, 80 pounds resistance. So that way it made me 80 pounds lighter. And I could only do those 8 times. I was able to do 20-pound resistance, so 60-pound swing, and I was able to do that 3 sets of 12. Why is that significant? Is because I had my results measured, allowed me to get results gained. Results measured, results gained. So why do we keep track of this every day? It's not to bother you. It's not to be a nuisance. It's because we take these numbers and we put them on a spreadsheet and we analyze your business so that way we can help you run a better business. Because we understand that things come up, challenges happen, you get distractions, things get in the way. And if we're not analyzing your business with you and we just leave it up to you to do it on your own, you might get sidetracked. You might compromise your results. And we don't want that to happen. That's why our role as managers, that's why we get paid so well. Mike, how did you save $100,000 this summer? Like how do you do that? How did you save more this summer than most people make in a year? How did you save more this summer than most? How did you do that as a district manager, as a knife manager? What is that? How do you do that? If you didn't need coaching, the company would not pay me so well. I'll say that one more time. If you as a sales rep did not need coaching, the company would not pay me so well. because sales is hard. Sales is hard. Business is hard. It takes self-motivation. It takes organization. It takes discipline. And that's why you'll hear a lot of people say that sales is life, because how people approach sales is typically how they approach their life. And what does the general public say? Life sucks. Life is hard. Can't wait for the weekend. That's what the general public says. But people in sales, well, they have a little bit of a different approach. If you actually want to look at something really funny, I posted something on my Facebook. I'm posting like different questions and stuff. And I posted a question, which is, if you could ask a CEO any question, what would you ask of a successful company? And you will see some of these responses. There's someone that asked questions. Someone asked questions like, what's your daily routine like? What is your biggest failure and how did you overcome it? And how is it significant to your success journey? What books did you read? You can tell those people are sales-minded, business-focused, entrepreneurial individuals. There's also someone else that said, can you pay my student loans? So if you got a chance to have a conversation with a very successful CEO and the question you're going to ask that person is, can you pay for my student loans? What type of entitlement mentality does that person have? I was going to unfriend them, but instead I just wanted to, keep them around so I could get into their paradigm and just see how jaded their world is, so I can help lead more people to not have that type of disillusionment. That some stranger, some successful CEO owes you because you accumulated debt and you didn't create a plan to get yourself out of that debt. Someone else should bail you out. That's not how salespeople think. Salespeople think, I created a mess. How do I get myself out of it? What can I do? What's the solution? How are there different problems that I can solve? Resiliency, resourcefulness. We want you to learn that. We want you to say, is there a problem in your life? Can you do something about it? No, then let me accept it as fast as possible. Yes, let me change it as fast as possible. You understand, every week we talk about this. Our mission statement is to help you grow personally, professionally, and financially. You're part of the #1 team in the entire country, and I hope that means something to you. Many of you had the opportunity to get invited to the Conference for Champions. And I'm going to go through some of the slides from this. And this is going to be a very rapid fire speed, but it'll be a forced opportunity for you to look at some of your notes for those of you that attended. We kicked off with some opening comments talking about a person's true character is often revealed in times of crisis or temptation, and make sure that you have what it takes to be your best in such times. And Mr. Gamboa and Mr. Andrew Evans talked a little bit about the power of perspective. We had a bunch of light bulbs on the power of perspectives. Did it happen to me or did it happen for me? Is life against me or is life for me? Right? We talked about that at the conference. What a great conference to be at. What a great group of people to be at. We talked about taking the leap, leadership, experience, adventure, and personal growth. And that's one avenue that Vector offers. We also talked about Cutco Sales Professional Avenue, that you could sell full-time and make 50% commissions. We talked about at the event that there's a Cutco Through College collegiate track to help you graduate with options from college. We also celebrated St. Pete and Tampa taking the belts and winning the Conference for Champions push. And the congratulations to the Tampa team with the clean sweep. SC1, SC2, and CFC. And now it's time to take down nationals. We went through a time management workshop that I had the opportunity and the privilege of running for you all. We talked about what makes successful people are the habits that they choose to do. There's no magic formula for success. It's just habitual behavior. We talked about having clarity. And we mapped out your goals with the who, what, when, where, why, how, these questions. We also dropped a truth bomb on you, that we can make time and money available for things that are important to us, right? I could pay $1,000 for a new iPhone, but I can't justify spending $1,000 to start my own business. I could have a $250 Gucci belt, but I can't invest $250 into a growth seminar. The different type of clarity, we talked about that. We talked about the steps of planning, the rocks, pebbles, sand. We talked about the 5 things daily, writing a list of activities that match up with your goal, picking 5 of them off every day and checking them off and repeat. Mr. Gamboa has led us with a public speaking message, how to public speak through Zoom and using proper Zoom etiquette, how to prepare your speech, how to look into the camera, how to set up your laptop to have the appropriate angle so it's most flattering and you're able to connect with your audience better. Mr. Luke Maseko talked a little bit about discipline, how discipline sucks, how commitment is better than motivation. He talked about the opportunity of making $3,000 to $5,000 in income during this fall and how to open up doors for yourself, how to plan and set up your power hour planning and how to stick to it. And he even gave you 3 different sample schedules: the weekend warrior, the business major, or the Sunday bruncher. Here's what's interesting. Did you know that we had Logan Moore and Cassidy Sanborn both have full-time classes this summer? Both of them taking 4 classes this summer, and both of them still selling $15,000 to $25,000 worth of Cutco this summer around 4 classes. So many of you are concerned about how are you going to do this about school? Well, you're going to pick out one of 2 schedules. You're going to pick out a B team schedule, which is where you just attend the Wednesday night, you book 5 and get inspired. You sell about $500 a week and you make an extra $100 to $200 a week around your classes. And you have a call once a week on a Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday with a coach so you can create a plan. That's it. And if you do that for the whole semester, you'll sell about $6,000, $6,000 to $8,000. You'll still be in a great spot financially, better than all your friends, and you have a great job this fall. Some of you are going to be on the A team, where you'll do a head start phone jam. You'll book up closer to 8 and get inspired. You'll sell over 1,000 a week, make closer to 250 to 400 around your classes, and you'll attend Sundays. So that way we have group accountability. But we're going to set up a schedule for you and with you to help you meet one of these 2 expectations, whichever one you're most excited about, and you'll have a coach that helps you with it. Conference for Champions talked about how you can have client acquisition, how to make sure that you are prospecting weekly, how to set up your social media branding, how to get testimonials from your clients. Conference for Champions also talked about consistency as a major key and how to set your business up the right way, how to have accountability with your manager, and also how to find an accountability buddy as a running mate. Luke Maseko also talked about journaling and having an oh shit plan, a non-negotiable plan for when crap hits the fan. What are you going to do? Talked about setting your goals and setting your purpose. He talked about what are you going to tell yourself when you hit D2? You're going to say, this is hard. I don't know if I could balance this. I'm not very good at this anymore. Is this even worth it? I just want to be a student. When you have this conversation with yourself, if these questions come into your mind, that means, ladies and gentlemen, you are in D2. That's what that means. And when you get into D2, it is a trap. It is a trap. And that is disillusionment, because you start, it's kind of like if you're climbing up Mount Everest and you start seeing hallucinations. And that's where people commit suicide. They commit suicide. They see these hallucinations where they like step off the cliff and they commit suicide because of these hallucinations. So that's why they have a Sherpa with them who's climbed the mountain, that's there with them step by step, climb by climb, who's climbed that mountain many of times to make sure that when those hallucinations hit, they're there to protect them from themselves so they don't commit suicide. Your coaches and your management staff are your Sherpas, so you don't commit Cutco suicide. We like you. We want you here. And we're glad you're here. But when these questions settle in, we want you to have a reality check and help you understand that this is the easiest position that you can possibly maintain with being your own boss. It just requires some discipline, some consistency, and some accountability. And we need to remind you of that. Let me come up for some air. All of that was a refresher all of that, most of you, 90% of you are at CFC. Hit me up in the chat box, or, you know, you could unmute yourself if you'd like. Did any of those things that you just heard it for a second time, they were like, it landed differently when I just heard it this time around? I know I heard all that same stuff last week, but it hit differently today. Getting that as a refresher, revisiting some of those slides. Tiffany says, getting a running mate for accountability. Yeah, accountability buddies are fantastic. Now, I would pick them very strategically, because the last thing you want is someone to run with you that is also a lazy POS. It's like, yeah, I want to run a marathon. You want to run a marathon too? Let's run marathons. And then they're the ones eating potato chips and out of whack, right? Like, you don't want that person as the running mate. Jess says, having a set plan when you go into D2. What is your strategy for when you get into D2? When you get there, you will hit it. What are you going to do? And think about that. Premeditate it before it comes up. And if you're there already, you're already there. Now you need to position yourself to get out of it by seeking counsel. Rochelle says, first time heard it, second time more understanding, more action. Audrey says, commitment is greater than motivation. Alex, having a non-negotiable plan with yourself when shit hits the fan. It's not if, it's when. It's going to happen. Your stuff is going to come up. People get sick. Family members die. It's a part of life. Shit happens. You get a bad grade. Car breaks down. Stuff happens. But how do you make sure that you don't compromise your goals for when that stuff happens? Excellent. Excellent. And you thought this was a knife meeting. Didn't you guys think that this was a knife meeting? So you Aubrey's like, I thought it was on here to learn how to sell more knives. Is that, you just curse a lot and just like yell at us with passion? Is that what Wednesday nights are all about? Welcome to the Game Changer team meetings, baby. All right. So that's a reality check. I want to give some recognition to those of you that got inducted into our TLA class of 2020, the first official class for the Florida Coast Division. Shout out to individuals that you see on the screen, Mason, Lindsay, Audrey for rounds 2 and 3. We have Jessica, Rochelle, Jakira, Eric, Cassidy for round 1, Amanda for round 4. We got Charissa, Madison, and Krista, round 1 acceptances. Then we have Brendan, Bryce, Anthony, Ryan. And then we have Jameson, Tristan, Liz, Chris, Tiffany, Ella, Alex, Nick. And then we have Michaela, Nick, Maya, Logan, Celestial, and the rest of Metro Miami, all getting inducted into TLA. Congratulations to all of you. We talked about the SLC push. We talked about the Fall Classic push. And we also talked about letters of intent. And I want to give recognition to Miss Rochelle Foland for saying, I'm all in. Put me in, coach. I am ready. I want to commit. I'm ready to go in and commit to my success. Rochelle Foland. That puts us at a total of 4 letters of intent. Miss Lindsay, Miss Cassidy, Miss Jessica. Where are the dudes at? I forgot. Dudes have trouble committing. I forgot about that thing. I forgot. Men have trouble committing. Did you guys know that was a thing? Yeah, that was a thing. All right. So, but ladies leading the way, lady leadership, we appreciate y'all. And now that you're committed, start making your move. I wanted just to pivot and just give some recognition before we get into the phone jam. Last week, the Tampa team, we were number 6 in the region. That was our smallest sales week of the entire, I think it might've been the entire year, but it was for sure the smallest sales week of the entire summer. St. Pete team, kudos to you. Number 1 team in the entire region last week. In fact, St. Pete, you were number 6 in the entire nation. Way to go. Nice work, St. Pete. Hell of a job. Hell of a job. We have right now, we have some competition for All-American. Liz and Jameson and Nick are all in the top 150. Check out number 52. Top 50 get a scholarship. And if you can see this, number 52 is at 40,100. Number 40, which is Nick, is at 42,196. So what separates number 40 and number 50 is less than $2,000 with the final couple of weeks to go. It is going to be a very fun stretch to see if Jameson or Liz can make a move to jump in. If Nick can make a move to make sure he doesn't finish number 51, how sad would that be? Someone's got to be number 51. Someone's got to be number 51. I just hope it's not Nick Franklin. I also want to give recognition to Consistency Club. Liz Lopez, 11 weeks in a row, over $1,000. Dylan Fitz, 10 weeks in a row, over $1,000. Great job. So what's next? If you're taking notes, this is where you might want to write some things down. If you haven't been taking notes already. What's next? We got 2 weeks left. Maybe you want to finish top 25 in the division. Number 25 right now is 21,672. I would write that number down. I would write that number down so you can see how close you are to being top 25 in the entire division. Stay on Mr. Andrew Evans' radar. Maybe you want to be like top 5 or top 10 in your office. So Ocala, this is where you're at right now. Maybe you could jump up. And if you're in Spring Hill, this is where you're at right now. Maybe you could jump up. Hey, Ryan Schubert, maybe you could pass one of the ladies, dude. How sick would that be? Can we make a king of the Spring Hill office? King of the Hill, we'll call you. King of the Hill. Dude, Ryan, how sick would that be, bro? They just been beating you, and then bam, my man just comes from behind and takes the King of the Hill. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. Maybe in St. Pete, you want to jump into that top 20. Maybe Bryce is like, you know what? I want to be number 1. Screw this. And he actually did. He just sold some Cutco. Last week, he just took over the number 1 spot. Kudos to you, Bryce. Maybe in Tampa, you want to jump up into that top 25. 10K to be in our top 25. Maybe you want to win for some free stuff. Shout out to my man Anthony Marino. Already won the Homemaker set. Pearl Homemaker set's coming to you, brother. And now only $2,000 away from winning the trip to Cancun. Kudos to you. We also have a couple of rookies. Now, unfortunately, rookies, you don't count for this contest because you had the Fast Start contest instead. But you can see how you're pacing. Maybe that contest excites you. Maybe TLA acceptances excite you. For the late acceptances, I would write this date down. September 26th. If you're at 10K before September 26th, and you can get an interview with myself or Mr. Andrew Evans, you could still get a late acceptance into the 8-month Leadership Academy program. I would write that down. I would write that down. We just had our first prep tonight. For those of you that went to the first prep tonight, what'd y'all think? Was that, cool, insightful, thumbs up, got some value, peel back the curtain a little bit at your first leadership prep? Cool, right? So we want to keep you learning. We want to keep you learning. We want to keep teaching you. Next prep next week, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. As long as you had an interview, you could still get a late acceptance. Once you get over 10K, we could get you an interview. We had our fun staff night. We went roller skating, then we had a nice dinner, so that was fun. We had our calendar, so we're just going through August calendar. We had our TLA Beach Day. We had our Manager Day. We had our fun TLA Beach Day. Managers, we went to Busch Gardens. And then we had our VIP celebration at Topgolf, which is awesome. We already did our social media blitz day to build our final training seminar tomorrow of the summer. So thank you all for posting. I don't know if that's good. I made it. So if you like it, I was like, yeah, I did it. If it's not good, then please give me feedback because I didn't know really if it was good or not. So I don't know. I thought it was pretty good. So as far as TLA, I would write this down for those of you that are not in the program yet or want to be. These are the skills that you get a chance to learn in TLA. The 5 skills college students need to get a job, according to USA Money Today. And these are the skills that we teach in the Leadership Academy. The management of time, money, energy, others, and self. You want to be a part of this group? I don't blame you. This is how much money this group is starting to set aside for mandatory withholdings. Ryan almost at 150. Chris almost at 200. Ella's over 200. Tiffany almost at 300. Bryce at over 300. Maya's almost at 400. Celestial's almost at 400. Elon over 4. Michaela over 4. Got Madison over 4, Rochelle over 4, Krista almost at 800, Alex almost approaching 1,000 along with Jameson, Liz over 1,000, Eric over $2,000, Nick Franklin 3,500, Audrey and Emily over $4,000, Lindsay over 5, Anthony over 6, Cassidy over 6, and Jessica Mason over 10, with Amanda over $20,000 in withholdings. What is withholdings? Withholdings is simply where you take a portion of your paycheck and just forget about it and just stays on the paycheck. So this is not what's in their bank account. Amanda Swanson is how old? I think Amanda's with us. Maybe she's not. Amanda Swanson is 21 years old with $22,000, $23,000 in her withholdings, plus what's in her bank account. Amanda Swanson was paid over $30,000 this summer. Would any of you guys be excited to take Amanda's job? Any of you guys be fired up next summer to make $30,000 in a summer? Did you guys know that the average teacher salary is like $36,000 for a year? And Amanda at 21 made that this summer. Did you know that some college kids go through 4 years of debt in college to get a degree to go become a teacher to make $36,000 a year? And Amanda made that this summer. Mason Linker made that this summer at 21 years old and 20 years old, respectively. If you're not fired up about going through TLA 2, 3, 4 times, you want to be. You should be. You should be. The last day of summer, if you want to write down August 31st, for you to hit President's Club. For you to hit President's Club, the letter of recommendation from the CEO and the president of the company. You have until August 31st to hit President's Club. Now, I want to show you what President's Club is. Many of you might not even know what it is. Some of you even achieved President's Club, and you don't even know what President's Club is. So let me just take a moment. I'm going to share this quick 60-second video with you and show you what President's Club is. You get a letter of recommendation along with the certificate of accomplishment, like so, from the president of the company. Looks just like that. And you get one of those to add your portfolio. You put this in your portfolio when you go in for job interviews. You get a letter of recommendation. All you need to do, I'll give you the level, just so you can see in just a moment. So ready? So that's for the non-summer. That's campaign 1. That's for the spring. For the summertime, 10K for the summer. But if you started late in the game, in June or July, you only had to sell 6K or 8K. And for campaign 3, you just got to sell 8K for the campaign. And you can get another level. You can earn it 3 times a year. And here's what's cool, everybody, is when you graduate from college, I was able to put on my resume that I was a 12-time President's Club letter achiever. So I was able to show that letter and I say, I was able to earn this 12 times when most of my colleagues and friends only got this once. I made it a pride. It was a pride thing for me to hit it every single semester of college. So how close are a couple of you? Well, shout out to all of you that have already qualified. Alexis, over 10 grand, all the way up. You can see over 10 grand for the summer. All of these individuals already qualified and will be getting that letter of recommendation. Some of you are in contention. Look how close some of you are. It's pretty exciting, right? Aubrey right here is at 4 grand. All she has to do is get to 6K. Got 2 more weeks. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Right? Couple of you started in June or July, you have an opportunity to hit it. Last thing I would take note of is our morning elevation series. These workshops are every day, 9 a.m. I would take a screenshot of this. So that way you know what mornings you might want to attend. What do you need to get better at? Tomorrow morning is dropping down. Do you want to get better at dropping down? You need to get better at presenting the options. I would show up tomorrow morning. Do you need to get better at building value? Do you have customers say it's too much money or I wouldn't spend that much money on knives? Show up on Friday. Do you want to get better at closing and dropping down? Saturday, fundamentals review, goal sharing. Do you have your customers saying at the end of your appointment, oh, I was just doing this appointment to help you out? Go to Sunday. Monday, selling sets. Are you just selling a bunch of pieces? Go to Monday. Recommendations, go to Tuesday. Closing, are you having too many no sales? Go to Wednesday. The opportunities are there for you to learn and grow. So to wrap up my opening comments today, you're a part of a great team. We hit almost every goal that we have for the summer. We have 2 small goals left to get 4 more people over 10K and to hit that $1 million summer. This is how we were 4 away and we're close. We set this goal in the beginning of the year. Look how many people are, this is how many people are close. Or this is to the top, this is to 15K. We want to have the top 20 over 15. So here's the deal. What I want from every one of you is I want your pledge. Our goal is to sell another $163,000 in 2 weeks. And we need your help to do it. We got 2 weeks. How much can you say, Mike, you can count on me? In 2 weeks from now, I got 2 weeks to go, whether it's President's Club. You know, what are all the things that are up for grabs? What are all the things that are up for grabs? These are all the things, one more time. You got campaign at 8. You got office sales. You got this contest here. You got getting in late acceptance into TLA. You got President's Club. You got helping the team. You got finishing as the top 50, one of the over 15K to be one of the top 20 in the office. What's your pledge? How much can we count on you for? How much can you sell in the next 2 weeks to help you achieve your goals and help the team hit our goals? Go ahead on the Zoom chat, post here, post on the Zoom chat a CPO number, and then I'll have one of the staff members, we'll take these numbers, we'll put it on a spreadsheet, and we'll follow up with you and have a conversation. Whether you're chasing down a scholarship, chasing down President's Club, pride, income. This week, you have all of this week that we're in right now, and you have all of next week. 2 weeks. How much could you count? How much could we count on you for? What's your pledge? And then one of the assistant managers during the phone jam, we take these numbers, put them into, we could put it into, spreadsheets. So that way we have an idea and we can follow up with people accordingly. Maybe it's if you say late acceptance TLA, map it out. Think about it. If I'm Aubrey and I want to get 6K by the end of those 2 weeks, so let's say it's a 6K there, and then I see late acceptance for TLA is by September 26th. So then all I got to do is do $1,000 a week for the whole month of September. That means Aubrey would be at 10K by the end of September, and she could get a late acceptance into TLA even though she just started 2 weeks ago in training. That's amazing. That's amazing. I don't care how new you are. We want you to have a great opportunity here. We're rooting for you. We cheer you on. We send you text messages every day. Why? Because we love you. We care about you. We support you. We understand that sales is tough, but we do want to know what we can count on for you during the course of the next 2 weeks. What if you knew that the next 2 weeks set up the next year of your life? I'll wrap up with this. TLA, we just talked about this, the power of 1 year. Last week we talked about this. Man, we have 58 leadership positions available for next summer. 58 positions that we could fill for next summer. So many different opportunities in different roles. Whether you want to lead a team or lead a pod and manage other people and coach other people, or lead our recruiting operation, or lead our social media recruiting operation. We have leadership opportunities ahead of you. And our dream and our vision is to run this operation out of the hype house, is what we're calling it. The game changer vision with the pool and the personal office spaces you could work out of, a pool table, collaboration center, a full Cutco kitchen. And that is where you'll get a chance to work if you're a part of our leadership team. Yoga room, fitness room, we're doing the works. The Cutco mansion is going to be so sick. And if you're interested or you're excited about not just being a part of our leadership team, but being a leader within our leadership team, then I highly recommend you to let your manager know ASAP. Three simple things, that's it. As long as you're able to. Thumbs up, can you still hear me?
Mike, turn the Wi-Fi off on your phone. That seems to help.
Can you still hear me right now?
Yeah.
Now you can hear me? Thumbs up, can you hear me? Okay, cool. All right, cool. Thought I lost you all. So these are the staff expectations. I'll wrap up with this. If you want to be on my staff, you want to be behind the scenes, all you got to do is sell 500 a week. Help us build our team with 10 people set up for interviews each week through social media or personal referrals, and just lead by example. Be a positive role model. You do those three. If you feel like you could do these three things, then you should show up to my fall staff info session on Monday, August 24th from 5:30 to 7 p.m. If you feel like you could do those three things, then show up to this meeting on Monday night. I will go out through all the information, the schedule, the compensation, the goals, the expectations, the roles and responsibilities, and I'll be giving it to you all then. So it's a pleasure to serve all of you on a Wednesday night. I appreciate your time. I appreciate all of you that are excited about your Cutco through college model. Shout out to Krista. This is what her model looks like. We already shouted out Charissa. We shouted out Madison. And now I got Krista's over here. Her dream job, she just knows she wants to travel, studying business and hospitality, going to UCF, and her Cutco through college map has her earning over $100,000 during college and running 2 to 3 businesses, even though she's only going to be at $30K by the end of the summertime, earning $8,500 and setting herself up to earn another 70 grand through college. I don't know about you, but I would be very excited to open up some of these doors for myself so I can graduate college as a 5-star college graduate. So that's what I have for you tonight. We're going to kick off our jam. We'll be back at 8:30. Now, the 8:30 session, since we got by popular demand, everyone really enjoyed last week where we did the breakout rooms and where you got a chance to hop around and learn some different skill sets. We're going to do something similar during the next session at 8:30. So look forward to that. We also have some recognition and whatnot then. So I'm going to go ahead